Okay. Today's class is going to be good because we're getting deeper into real money now. We're getting deeper into how money really works. You guys know I kind of bring you back up to speed all this time up until last week. Last week was really like well, maybe the last 2 weeks, I would say. The last 2 weeks we've really been talking about money, but we had all these conversations around what we believe about money and why our beliefs are important, why making sure that we have positive beliefs and watching our mindsets with money is so important, right? We talked about that. We talked about the value of money. I even mentioned the gold standard and how money used to be connected to gold, but it's not connected to gold anymore. They just print it. So it's literally just paper that we're walking around with in our pocket. We talked about how money's not valuable. The thing that you're trying to get with the money is what's valuable, right? We talked about that's why you want to make sure that you understand your value because money chases value, right? And so if you are chasing money, whatever you're chasing is running away from you. And you don't want money running away from you. So instead of money running away from you, you want money to chase you. What does money chase? It chases value. So you must know your value, right? We talked about setting SMART goals, specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, time-based goals, right? One thing to say, oh, I want to be rich. It's another thing to say, I want to make 30,000, I want to save $30,000 by the end of December of 2024 in order to buy a house. Those are two different types of goals right there. One is just out there. There's no specific destination. I want to be rich. The other is very specific. You put a time limit on it. You can measure it. It's relevant. It's achievable, right? So we want to set SMART goals. We want to watch our beliefs with money and make sure we have positive beliefs. We want to understand the value of money as well as our value. These are all very, very important things. From there, we started getting into the different elements, the basics of money. The first one that we talked about was income. Somebody come off of mute, tell me the two types of income.
Passive income and active income.
There we go. There we go. Active takes action. You got to do something. You got to run that lemonade stand. You got to go out there and sweat. You got to do some kind of job, right? Passive income is when you make it start working for you. I wrote a song. I did it one time. I did do a little bit of work one time, but after that, that song pays me over and over and over again. Um, I made a painting and then I have a picture of the painting and I put that picture on my website for people to buy the picture over and over and over again. So even if the painting gets bought, somebody can keep coming back to my website and buying the picture over and over and over again. That's passive income. If you own a stock that pays dividends, that stock will pay you over and over and over again. These are examples of passive income. You want to have some of both, but you want to be mindful that active income has a limit. It has a ceiling. Why? Because there's only so much action you can do in a day or in a month or in a lifetime, right? It's only so much action you can take. You got to go to sleep at some point, right? Yes, Mari, what's happening? I see you got your hand up.
You said you made a painting. Are you an artist?
Nope, I'm not. My wife is,
Oh,
but you are.
totally.
That's why I use that example because that's relevant to you. Nope, I am not a painter. You don't want to see my painting. No.
You really don't.
I kind of do.
Nope. I can't do it. Can't do it. Actually, this is one of my wife's right here in the back. She did this one back in 2016. The color on it is a little bit off when you look at it in the computer, but It's like nice hues of like red and orange. It's called
Yes.
Black Crows. And this was
Oh,
one of my
that's a nice
favorites that
name.
she did.
That's pretty nice.
Thank you, thank you. I'll let her know from one artist to another.
Okay.
But yeah, those are all examples of passive income, right? So we talked about income. What is the opposite of income? Somebody come off mute. Let me know the opposite of income.
Expenses.
Mhm. So if income is money coming in, expenses are money going
Out.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Now, can you break down the different types of expenses that we talked about, the different categories that I taught you guys to put your expenses in?
Like investments and stuff.
Not quite, not quite.
Is it the
Anybody
You mean
else?
50,
like
30, 20?
Okay, you own to something. You own to something with the 50, 30, 20. What are those buckets? What are those categories?
20 is saving, investing. 30 is likes, like think that you like, and 50 is needs.
We getting there. We getting there. So for adults, it's a little bit different. For adults, that 50 is going to be the needs. You need a place to stay. You need groceries. You need gas in the car. You need car insurance. You need. For you guys, a lot of your needs are taken care of by your parents. So you don't necessarily have to pay for the needs nearly as much as adults. So for the adults, the 50 is needs. For you guys, the 50 are your loves, the things that you love to do. 50 to your loves, 30 to your likes, 20 to your savings and your investments. Okay. That's your 50, 30, 20. All right. And that's exactly where I was going next. So it's very good to understand what are your loves, what are your likes, and you always want to save for future you. You always want to save for future you. Okay. Because future you is gonna want something, gonna need something, gonna love something, gonna like something. You know what I mean? So 50 to your loves, 30 to your likes, 20 to your savings, and you definitely should not have any debt at this age. But that is what we call a money plan. The reason I say money plan instead of the B word, budget, right? Because a lot of you guys have heard that word budget. We don't use that word budget. Do you know why? Because a lot of people, for whatever reason, well, there are some key reasons. A lot of people, when they hear the word budget, they get goosebumps, they get chills. They don't really rock with that word budget. Um, it could be for many reasons. They feel like budgeting is too hard, too complicated. It could be that the last time they did a budget, they messed it up, and so they don't really like to deal with it because they feel like they can't do it right. And a big one is they feel like a budget tells them what they can't do. Oh, I can't go there with you guys because I got to stick to my budget. I can't do this because of my budget, right? So we don't use the word budget. What we use is money plan. The reason why I gave you guys this saying, I'm interested to see if anybody can remember it. If you blank to blank, you blank to blank. Anybody remember that? Anybody remember it? Oh man, anybody. If you blank
You
to blank,
fail. If you fail to plan, you plan to fail.
there it is. There it is. Mara, you clutch today. Everybody else, they still waking up this morning. They ain't there yet. But yes, if you fail to plan, you plan to fail. Now, most of y'all got the cameras off. Y'all all sleepy this morning and everything, but raise your virtual hand if you are planning to fail with your money. Anybody planning to fail with their money? Just a little experiment I like to do. So nobody has their virtual hand up. Nobody is planning to fail with their money. So that means y'all all got money plans, right? So the money plan, like I talked about, a very simple one. Let's not make it hard. 50, 30, 20. 50 to your loves, 30 to your likes, 20 to future you. Okay. Perfect. So we all caught up. That's everything we've been talking about so far in a nutshell. Now, where we're about to go from there is now that you know income, you know active and passive income, you know money coming in, you also know money going out, you got a money plan around how the money goes out. We now want to talk around that 20 because that 20 is very, very important. All right. That 20 is for future you. So we're going to talk around why it is important to save. And we're also going to talk about some ways of doing it and how to grow it. Okay. So if you are taking notes, this is going to be the time where you really want to pay attention. And y'all know me, I always say note takers are money makers. Note takers are money makers. I'll say it one more time. Note takers are money makers. Let's jump into some reasons why to save. First, I'm just interested to hear from you guys. What is your opinion on why you should save? Okay. I see you, Mr. Michael Jordan. Come on off of mute.
Um, it's good to save anything really, because with money, you can save that and you can use it for like stocks and stuff. But if you save like items or like memberships and you save that for a while, it becomes like really when it becomes like really popular, the money starts to grow on it, and then so you can sell that. Let's say at first it's worth like $80,000, right? And then after like 5 years, it's worth like $1 million. Like you trade that in because you saved that thing.
Great answer. I totally agree. Absolutely. You can do that with so many different things, right? I used to save baseball cards and like basketball cards and stuff like that. And one of the cards I had actually had some pretty good value on it. What's crazy is I don't know where that thing is now. But to your point, you know, saving items, saving money, those things can grow in value. All right. Absolutely. Absolutely. Andrew, what's your opinion on why it is important to save money?
It's important to save money because it's like preparing your mind to see the future. And you prepare your money so when you go out to college or whatever, you don't have to work a job 10 hours a day, 4 hours a day. Because when you were younger or when you're in your teenage years, you prepared and you like put it in your bank account and you stack things up. And then you used it for the things that you really wanted in life.
Definitely.
Example is gaming or something like that, like YouTube or whatever.
What I heard you say there, if I were to summarize that, or at least one part of that, is by saving, you actually get to buy yourself a little bit of freedom in the future, right? Like what he said was, you don't have to go to work and work 10 hours a day because you saved money, right? Saving buys you your time back.